Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of StarCrafting. This match is between SSN and Carnum in the top left. That's me, you guessed it, I'm that guy. Yeah, the blue Protoss, top left of Ohana. Bottom right is Nibbler, the red Zerg. And this is top of diamond, guys. We'll see how this goes, because, you know, I played it, I saw it, I know where it goes, but you guys don't. And I'm going to walk you through it. A lot of people are saying they're having trouble with Zerg, and I was too. But I'm really happy with the way I've been playing the matchup lately, and I kind of want to share it with you guys. That being said, hopefully you guys don't swarm the build and the playstyle, and all of a sudden the Zergs are stopping it. But anyway, it's kind of a throwback to an older school style, actually. And was really popular with Whiterun, especially, I think. I never really studied anybody's build orders to do this, and I didn't really go to Team Liquid or anything like that to study a build order. This is just kind of me loosely, intuitively playing a situation out that I kind of controlled in my head. And that's a big thing about the Protoss versus Zerg matchup is you really want to control the pace of the game. If you let the Zerg control you, you're losing. If you can't do the things you want to do, you're losing. But definitely slow and steady wins the race. Very patient and calculated moves are what you got to do. There's no rushing in PvZ, because if you take an expansion before you're ready, you will be punished. Against a good Zerg. You might get away with it in lower levels, but you're not going to get away with it against a Zerg that's half decent. So we're going to have this Overlord Scout come in here, and this is so frustrating with the one-player spawning maps that, you know, this Overlord's always going to get in. He's always going to know how this wall's coming along. He's always going to know every little thing about you. And yeah, I felt silly because I had my probe on patrol here, and it didn't matter because I was too far forward. I'm sure that's happened to everybody at least once. I was like, yeah, man, got this, and then plop goes the expansion, and yeah, doesn't work. So I went Nexus first. You can do that so safely, even on these one-player spawning maps, just by checking out this pool timing. And you know, the more you play, the more of a feel you'll get for that kind of thing. When I do this Nexus first style, you'll see that I sit at 17 probes for a little while. It's probably not a good thing, but it's how I do it. It's how I feel safe, just so I can get this wall up faster. But you can see that he sits at 21 drones for quite some time as well, for whatever reason. I think it's because that's when he produces his queen. That's when he produces his first initial Zerglings. So you'll see that we're both at 17 harvesters. He's just ahead of me in supply because of that queen. And there you go, he jumps ahead to 19. But now that we've got two Nexuses up, we're going to start chronoing the crap out of those and really saturating. And here's the long-term plan. You get this forge. Warp tech is not important at first. So after your gateway goes down, you can grab two gases and saturate those bad boys. I've got two guys on this geyser, but I noticed that, and I put a third on in a second. And you're going to go for your weapons 1 first and start getting zealots out on the field. Now, so many Zerg, look at this greedy-ass third. That third is so fast, and it's so easy to punish. And let me promise you that this high ground space right here is so valuable. The fact that you can just walk through here is a wonderful thing. And these rocks, the first few times I played this map, before I was really comfortable with it, I didn't realize that there was an opening here. I was like, shit, I gotta break down those rocks to get through, but that's not the case. There's an opening here, which is nice in the early game, and I'll show you why. So, it's got this Overlord here for scouting. I never get to kill that, but chronoing out that weapons 1, getting a lot of drones out, probes out, and you're gonna see I'm keeping up close, pretty close to the Zerg player, 32 to 29, and shit gets real soon. 2 zealots. On my 3rd zealot I'm going to go, and by the time they cross the map and get to the 3rd, you'll have weapons 1 complete, and they are just powerhouses. You have to micro it a little bit. There's a lot of multitasking involved with this to do it properly, but you guys can get used to it pretty quick. Pylon going down here just for spotting, because an early roach rush, smashing down these rocks can be very deadly. And yeah, here we go. 3 zealots. They got to cross the map now. and weapons 1 will be very well done in time. These zealots could have left earlier, I think. I was a little bit slow on that regard. But yeah, okay, so here's the transition. So those 3 zealots are just to cause some shit. That zerg's gonna be running these this queen and the drones that are here. He's also going to be producing zerglings instead of drones. So he's forced to engage these, you'll see in a second. And while that's happening, you're going to get a stalker to keep overlords out of your base, and you're going to get a starport and 2 robos. But anyway, so you're going to see here I'm causing some trouble. You can split off 2 zealots. They got weapons 1, so they can pack a punch against so many zerglings, as you can see here. So his queen will take out that single zealot, and you know, he's got to run, man. And this zealot was off killing drones, so that was sweet. And so forced to fight a few more zerglings, and just as he thinks he's got that, you've got these 2 more gateways that are going to pump out 3 more zealots to this pylon that you've thrown down here, out of range of that overlord, which is hilarious to me. And so 3 more zealots are going to warp in here, and you're going to follow that up with a void ray. Just one void ray. And you're gonna wonder, like, oh, isn't that Stargate like a waste now because you're not gonna use it? No, because late game you want to be able to just quickly throw down that fleet beacon. You want to be able to throw down the fleet beacon like exactly when you need it late game. So that having that Stargate is not a bad thing. So that queen's actually gonna get away here, which is frustrating. And yeah, he's got to run this line again. He's not getting the econ he wants. He's forced to build all of these lings, you know, as I continue to probe. And these don't have to do a ton of damage. Like, by keeping these units off the line, they're doing a ton of damage. So here comes the Void Ray, and what does he got? He's got nothing. He's got this queen with no health, and yeah, he's not mining. Guy's like trying to be everywhere at once. He's gonna look at I'm forcing 2 spine crawlers, and spine crawlers don't do shit against a void ray. The void ray is gonna get this overlord. I didn't see this overlord, which is too bad. That would have been a nice swat. So he's forced to build more overlords. He's dropping spores and spines and everything. Look at all this stuff going down. Now, you know, it's not worth it to kill this stuff. But just kind of play around with your void ray. And second queen almost out there. You know, you're forcing a lot of bullshit that he doesn't want to build. So dropping 3 more photon cannons just in case he says, fuck it, I'm going to counterattack all in. Then you've got that. And 1 in range here of the low ground in case he starts to pummel rocks. So if we take a look at the income tab, I'm 52 to 36. I'm in beautiful shape, absolutely beautiful shape. You got these 2 robos. Thermal ants on the way, my 2 gas here kicking in, and here we go, double Colossus production, and the next step is to drop a buttload more gateways and armor on the way. You're gonna have a really sexy army in no time. These 2 Colossus, once they're finished, excellent for defense. It looks like I'm naked here, but I'm really not. He's gonna come here, try to break down these rocks, but photon cannon makes him back up. No, he's going to try to come down the main entrance. There's a lot of cannons here. So he's a little nervous about doing that. Armor now finishing. I'm going to get some sentries for defense. And you're airtight now with these sentries. There's like nothing he can do. And here come the Colossus, so you're pretty sealed that way too. The timing is just beautiful. Like, I mean, he really wants to get into my base. He's not got the income he wants at all. And this guy's trying to punish me for it. Here it comes. Sorry, I'm a little bit of indigestion. Just had fast food. It's good for me. That's why I do it, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so Colossus is going to mow this down, right? And the sentry make it so easy to defend. So they get the pylon. A little bit frustrating. Not a big deal. Just warping in a few more units. Gateways now completed. And I built some more up here as well. More Colossus on the way. And now I made a little bit of a blunder here. My hotkeys were messed up or something. I don't know how it happened, but you'll see it coming up here. He is going to move up the ramp, and like I'm watching, but I can't get the force fields to go down, and I don't know why. Like I was literally like trying to drop force fields, and they just wouldn't go down. Oh, you know what it was? Oh, it was the Colossus. Oh, I'm a dumbass. I just realized that now. Yeah, see, I was trying to drop a force field right here, and it wasn't going down. I'm like, what's going on? Why can't I drop the force field? But the Colossus crushes the force field. Ah, okay, I'm a little bit retarded. But anyway, that's why I couldn't drop the force field down. That's why I didn't. So, if you guys are wondering. Anyway, I was trying. So we got 2 more Colossus coming out. I think I'm gonna go on 6. 6 Colossus. I guess it would be. I've only got 3 here, so I guess it would be 5 Colossus. Gonna break these rocks before I go. I mean, you can see what he's got here. He knows the Colossus are there. He's already pumping out Corruptors. He's got 4 of them. But you're just gonna have so much more stuff than him. And the next thing you want to do. So I fucked up a little bit again here. So this one's making a warp prism. This one's making a warp prism after 2, but this one should have been an observer. So you want a warp prism and an observer. It really doesn't matter which order with it, whatever you feel comfortable with. And you've got the gateway count, like this expansion. Look at this tiny little run by here. It's not a big deal. He leaves the probe. It's funny. So anyway, you got the warp gate count to defend this and keep pushing. So I need to keep pushing here. But I'm sitting still because I'm a fogey. Oh, because I was waiting for that Colossus. Cool beans. All right, pushing up here, checking for this 4th base because I really thought there'd be one, and there wasn't. And I really need that observer so I could be swatting creep. But here comes the warp prism, and like I'm just in such good shape here. This army cannot fight mine, and the warp prism's gonna be so good. Gonna put it right down here in the corner, and yeah, just such a good spot. Oh god. Some force fields there to choke it up a bit. And he just lost his entire ground army, like all of it. It's all gone. Except for this little chunk here. A big reinforcing wave coming from the right side. Corruptor's doing a pretty decent amount of damage. Some force fields here again to make sure those roaches can't back off. I really don't care about these Corruptors because I've got so many Colossus. And like the damage is done. He's overcommitted to these Corruptors. And with the econ problems that he had, there's just no way he's going to reinforce the way he wants to. You can see that he's trying to, but he just doesn't have the larva. Here comes a big wave of roaches, but I've got so much stuff. My upgrades are good. He's got 2 armor, but no weapons. I've got 1-1-1, so in real good shape. And yeah, a big reinforcing wave from my warp prism. I've still got a Colossus in the mix, so unless he's going to make more Corruptors, but those aren't going to do much against my Stalkers. It's just a big scary push. And behind this you make a 3rd. I should have been rallying probes to it, but you know what, I was like, I got this. And that's the way you do it. So a really nice, clean, decisive opening that just puts the Zerg in a world of frustration. And you just come from behind with that and smoke it. It's so secure, it's so safe, it's so stable. And if you're worried about Muta, you don't really have to be because he never gets a chance to make them. You can get in, and you'll notice that I didn't do a whole lot of scouting, and that's because I kind of knew what I was forcing. Yeah, when I saw those spines and spores go down, I knew like he didn't have this 3rd. If he was gonna make Muta, he wasn't gonna have a lot of them. And then I saw those lings and roaches so early, and I just knew, like I knew exactly what was going on. I forced some roaches down here at the 3rd. I never had to worry about Muta ever. You can just read the build, like how he's responding. I mean, if suddenly I saw Corruptors, then I'd start to worry about Muta, like right after. Like if he made like a Corruptor or 2 to deal with my Void Ray for whatever reason, I don't know. But that's the only reason. Like, I mean, he's not gonna do that. Like that's not gonna happen. But yeah, this is just like fucking. This is how you stick your fist up someone's pooper. That's yeah. Okay, I'm Assassin Incarnate. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.